Hey everyone, welcome back to another video of Crypto Wisdom. Well, as you have seen in the thumbnail, this discussion is all about what are stablecoins, why are they useful, and how is it that a stablecoin works. I'm going to split this video into two parts since there is a lot of information that I have to share with you. This is Mr. Aslan. Crypto education is my passion, guys. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is definitely not financial advice. Please do your own research, like I always say, before you get into any project, and be very careful about scams. So without any further delays, let's go ahead and have a look at what are stable coins. First and foremost, let me go by the generic definition of what a stable coin is. Stable coins are a type of cryptocurrency that try to solve the volatility problem inherent to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. They do this by tracking the value of a given fiat currency on 1:1 ratio and can be denominated in any national currency. This means that a stablecoin is only as stable as the underlying currency value that it represents and the mechanism used to maintain the relationship. By far, the most common denomination for stablecoin is the US dollar, the first and still being the biggest stablecoin by market cap, that is Tether USDT as we all know it, which is launched in 2014. Now, by definition, if you would like to go, like I said, it's always a 1:1 ratio per cryptocurrency. Usually in the global market, always trading happens through pounds or dollars. So creating a cryptocurrency which is pegged or probably paired in a 1:1 ratio with that specific fiat currency will result in a stable coin. Now, if you have a US dollar, equivalent of $1 would be 1 USDT. Now, if you have a pound, then equivalent of 1 pound would be another XYZ currency that's out there. So basically, if the value of a dollar changes, then the value of that USDT also to a certain extent changes as well. So that's how you see that USDT even on the market keeps varying anywhere between 98-99 cents to 1.1 cent ish dollars. Let's go ahead and have a check at why is it that stable coins are useful. Now, if you imagine switched buying to a $3 coffee through Bitcoin, then every morning when you visit a coffee shop and you go ahead and buy through Bitcoin, the amount of Bitcoin that you would be actually paying would definitely vary. It would not be a stable $3 that you would give because it depends on market conditions. Now, at the current situation, when Bitcoin is around 23-24K mark, the amount of Bitcoin that you would pay is a lot more as compared to what you would have paid when Bitcoin was at 60K or say 50 or 58K, right? So that's how the volatility of Bitcoin plays a role in terms of even a small amount of $3 when you want to go ahead and buy coffee in a coffee shop. Now, that's a small example. Let's go ahead with a bigger example when you want to purchase a house. Imagine you are wanting to purchase a $500,000 house at your location and you would like to go ahead and pay for it using Bitcoin. Now, if Bitcoin varies at the time you decide to purchase the house and at the time that you make the payment due to the volatility, because crypto markets are definitely very volatile. You cannot expect what happens tomorrow. So the amount of Bitcoin that you might have to pay would be lot higher as compared to what you had initially imagined that you would be paying. The mass market, if you look at it, they will not be ready to go ahead and accept a Bitcoin or any other sort of volatile currency that is out there directly, but instead would like to still stick on to the fiat currencies. Now, on the flip side, fiat currencies, are they all safe? Well, definitely not. They do have their own cons. So let's have a quick look at what are the cons of fiat currencies. Money deposited with a bank is no longer in your control, like the same way that money deposited or cryptocurrency deposited in a centralized exchange is actually not completely yours. So your card can be frozen, your account can be blocked. If you want to send money to your family in other countries, then you may have to pay hefty sums and delays of several days. Although this several days of delay may not be existent in many developed countries, it still is very much existent in the third world countries and underdeveloped countries as well. If you live in a country suffering from hyperinflation, then you might not even have access to a solid fiat currency at all due to the amount of volatility of that particular fiat currency that's there. Take for example Turkey. In-house currency is actually very undervalued right now than what it was earlier. Now, this is where I quoted that stable coins are very much useful, and especially using the blockchain technology, they can definitely reach the masses within seconds, not even minutes. That's what happened with the Ukraine incident, where amount of funds that were collected in Bitcoin were a couple of hours. People poured in their entire Bitcoin funds towards the Ukraine relief, which ideally couldn't have happened with the fiat currency at all, owing to the fact that many of the banks were not at all operational in Ukraine. They themselves were not able to go ahead and withdraw their funds. That's how critical it was. So Bitcoin definitely did change or cryptocurrencies in general definitely did change the way that Ukraine actually looked into cryptocurrency policies. Moving on to the next section, how does a stablecoin work? Now, under the hood, stablecoins are entries on global digital ledgers, that is your blockchain, which can be transacted on decentralized peer-to-peer global networks, just like any other cryptocurrency that's out there. Now, most stablecoins, they do not run their own network, meaning they do not have their own blockchain. They always are existent on Ethereum, Binance, or any other such blockchain. Why is this done? Mainly because of the factor that it can be launched without the complexity of having a network done from scratch. The main property of a stablecoin is to be stable, right? What is it that makes a stablecoin stable? There are 4 different ways that you can actually have a stable coin. I'm damn sure that you were not aware about this. Yes, the first one being a fiat collateral based, second one being a crypto collateral based, third one is an algorithmic based Luna, and the fourth one being central bank digital currencies. Why did I actually quote Luna? Because that was the debacle that happened when it comes to the algorithmic based stable coins. But that does not mean that all algorithmic based stable coins are a mess. It only depends as strong as the algorithm is built. But more on that later, like I said, in another video where I'll be discussing in detail of the cons and pros of all these 4 systems of stable coin and how they work. So this is it for this video, guys. I'll be discussing more on this particular 4 core topics on how stable currencies work and how is it that each backing has its own pros and cons. In the next video, stay tuned for that. This is Mr. Aslan signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have fun and take care.